Hey, what's up, Musers? This is John at Muse for You, and I'm really excited to be doing today's video. Muse-Themes just came out with a new widget called Presentation Panels, and it's just awesome. Just to put it simply, the widget is very cool. It just opens up a whole new world for web design, I feel, where you can do a lot of cool stuff with this widget. So I have an example site here, and as you can see, we just have a picture. We have a black bar at the top and a black bar here at the bottom. The top represents the header and the bottom represents the footer, and then I just have an image there. Now if I scroll, it goes to the next panel and it's an image, and again to the next panel, and then I have an image here to the right and an image here to the left. Now this is just a basic site I created. I'm just going to show you really quickly how to use the widget, but you'll see for yourself just how unlimited this widget really is and how many things you can do with this widget for your website. So I'm gonna just jump in to showing you how to use it. The other thing, like, you can click on these circles here, which I think is awesome, to navigate through the website. And you can change the animation, how it goes to each panel differently. So basically you can have as many panels as you want and just have it navigate here with the circle navigation, or you can hit your arrow keys and it navigates. You can do horizontal left and right navigation. But yeah, I'm just going to jump into it, show you how to use it. I'll try to make it fairly quick so you can just download the widget, click on the link below to download it and start using it yourself. So let's begin. So here I am in Adobe Muse. Now this is what the website looks like. I'll just recreate this. So I'm going to go to File, New Site. I'm going to click OK, and I'll double click on Home here. Now if once you downloaded the widget, you need to install it first. So you simply just double click, and it says imported one library item. You can view it in design mode in the library panel. Click OK, then open up your library panel. If you don't see your library panel, just go to Window and click on Library, but I have it right here. And I've already installed it, so it's right here. It's called Presentation Panels. So I'll just click, hold, and drag and place it right here onto my Adobe Muse website. And then I'll click Library to remove that. So now I'm going to put the widget options over here to the left. So I just highlight them and drag them over here to the left off the site. And basically the next thing I'm going to do is create the panels, or I'll create the panels first, but let me show you just the different options. This first square here is the presentation panels, like options, like how you can style the panel or the widget. So we have panel transition type, scrolling. We can do vertical or we can do horizontal. We can enable auto scroll. We can do loop scrolling. We can do loop scrolling top and loop scrolling bottom, which is pretty awesome. We can enable keyboard navigation, enable navigation dots, which are those dots on the right. And we can position the navigation dots to the left or to the right. And we can position while sliding where we want the navigation dots to be. And navigation dots placement, we can move them more, like if they're too close to the right, we can move them in more from the edge. And we can change the color of the navigation dots. We can change the opacity of the navigation dots. We can change the tooltip. So like, you know how you could say like slide 1 or slide 2, slide 3. We can change the font size. We can change the font text. Like, it's just amazing. It's like so unlimited what you can do with this widget. And this is for the sliding transition. If it's horizontal, you can enable the horizontal options for that. And for the easing, we have all these easing options, which is how the slide goes from one to the other, how it animates. And we can change the animation timing, whether it goes to the next panel quickly or slowly. And then we can enable fixed headers and fixed footers, which is what I showed you in that example. And then we can change the padding from the top, how far off from the top we want the header, or we want the header and footer to be. So let me just move this up a little bit. Yeah, we can, or is it just, it's just the footer there. Oops, I just opened up my mail. So yeah, let me go back here. So you can change the padding from the top for the header, I believe. Yep, so that's the options. So now I'm going to actually show you how to use the widget because it's such an amazing widget. Um, you know, I'll take you through the process of actually using it. So we have this box here, which I went through. The second box I'll show you in a second, and this third box I'll show you. So let's say I want to create my first panel, and for the first panel I'm just going to add an image. So I'm going to go to my rectangle tool right over here to the left and just create a rectangle. Then I'm going to go to fill, add image, and I'll just select one of these images I have here. Alright, and then I'm going to scale to fill and position it in the center. Now if I want this image to cover the whole panel, I'll set it to 100% width, right over here where it says 100% width, and then I'll just make it kind of, because it's going to cover the whole panel anyways, you could actually just leave it this thin, and if it's 100% width, it will cover the whole panel. But just for design purposes, I do want to see the image a little bit, so I'll just make it a little bit bigger, and that's my first panel. Now this is where it gets interesting. Like if I just preview this by hitting Command-Shift-E, you can see, like, because we have the widget in there, it kind of looks a little bit awkward. So what we want to do with this image is give it a graphic style. If I go here to the second box of the presentation panels and I click the options by clicking the blue circle with the arrow, we have these different options here. We have unique panel ID, panel graphic style, and pagination.hover display title. So the display title, actually I'll go through each one of these in sequence. So for the unique panel ID, we can just leave it for panel because it's the first one. For the panel graphic style, we can leave it parent style because it's the first one. And for the pagination dot, we can leave it panel 1, or we can say page 1 or something like that, or slide 1, something like that. We can put anything we want in there. But basically what we really are concerned about in this option is the panel graphic style. So if I click on this image, I want to give this image the name parent style, and I'll show you how to do that. So I click the image, and over here to the right in Adobe Muse, I click on graphic styles. If you don't see this, again, simply go to window and click on graphic styles right here, and it should open it up. So I'll click graphic styles, and then I want to click on this little square here that looks like a piece of paper almost, this little icon, and it says create a new style from the attributes applied. So I'm going to click that button, and then it simply creates a graphic style called style. I want to double click on that name style, and I want to call it parent style, and click and hit enter. Hit enter. So if we go to the second option of I always forget the name of it, the widget, excuse me, the presentation panels widget, we can see panel graphic style is parent style, and we gave this graphic style to this image by creating a new graphic style in Adobe Muse and naming it the same name as that second option, which is parent style. Now if I hit Command-Shift-E, we now have this image as the first panel. So we literally made this image the first panel by giving it the graphic style parent style. And that's it for creating the first panel. Now I'm going to go and create the second panel. So what's great about this widget, you don't need to go back into your library panel. You simply copy and paste the squares that you need. So I need the second square again because I want to create a second panel. So I'm going to click on the second square of the widget. So I hit Command-C to copy, and then I'm going to hit Command-V to paste. And then we have it in here. And Muse-Themes did a great job by designing these different widget options differently. So the second one is the one where we can add panels to the website. So I'm going to add 2 more panels, and then I'm going to get more into detail with what else you can do with the widget. So again, I can simply, I'll just, again, go to my rectangle tool. I'll create another rectangle and just do something like this, make it 100% width, and something like that is fine. Now I go to fill, add image, and let's select these mountains over here, or this second image I have here, and then I'll scale to fill and position it in the center. Now what I want to do is go to this second widget option box that I copied, go to the options, click there, And instead of calling it panel, I want to call it panel 2. I'll show you what this looks like now actually. If I hit Command Shift E, you can see, yeah, we just have 2 panels that are the same, which isn't what we're looking for. So what we want to do is go to that second widget, or the second box that we copied, click on the widget options. For unique panel ID, we'll just add a 2 to it. Parent style, we'll just add a 2, and we'll say slide 2. Oops, slide 2. I want to add a 2. There we go. And now we just go to the second image, click on it, go to graphic styles in Adobe Muse, again create a new style, and call it parent style 2, and click OK. And now it has parent style 2. If we click on it, we see that. If we click on the first one, it has parent style, and now we have parent style 2. So I'll hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser. And now if I hit the second dot, we have that other image. Awesome. Now I'm going to create one more. So I'll just copy this box here. And, I'll do, panel 3, parent style 3, and slide 3. All right. So now I'll go to my rectangle tool. I'll create another rectangle. And again, all it matters is that it's 100% width. And it doesn't matter how big it is in height, because the widget automatically fills the entire browser window. So now I'll go to fill, add image, and we'll select kind of this night sky here, and scale to fill and position it in the center. Yep, looks good. Now I'll hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser. Again, it's not going to work quite, because if you remember, I didn't apply the graphic style to it. So what I want to do is go to this box that I copied, click on the options. Oh no, I already changed the options there, so I want to click on the image, go to graphic styles, click on the paper here, the paper icon, and call it parent style 3. Hit enter, and now it has the style applied to it, parent style 3, which is what we applied to this panel option, presentation panel options here. So now if I hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser, and I click on the different dots here, we now have those different panels, which is awesome. So now if I want to change kind of the look and feel of this widget, of the panel, excuse me, of the dots, or the way the panels change, I can just go to the first box here from the widget options. And notice what's cool about copying and pasting the different boxes, that you don't really get confused. You know that this one pertains to the different panels, and this first one pertains to the options. So I'll click on it, and let's say I want to make it horizontal instead of vertical. And now if I hit Command Shift E and we preview this in the browser, we now have arrows and it slides horizontal. I love this widget. I mean, the possibilities are endless, and you have circle navigation here with the dots. I can change the dot colors. Navigation dots, I can change them to blue, change the opacity to 1, and I can change the tooltip text color to, like, I don't know, let's say orange. And if I hit Command Shift E, it was already orange. I don't know why I changed it to orange again, but you see the dots are blue. And let me change the font to like some other color than orange, because it was already orange. So let's say like green. All right, so now if I hit Command Shift E, and there we go, the dots are blue. And if I hover over it, the text is green. And I can change the text to like Lotto instead of Arial, which is a font, so I'll say Lotto. And I can change the color of the navigation arrows, so I can change them to like blue. So I hit Command Shift E, and the navigation arrows are now blue, and it goes horizontally. Just an amazing widget. It's so awesome. And I can position the navigation dots to the top or the bottom. It depends on which one I use, whether I slide horizontal or scroll vertically. And then I can change the animation, so I can do something like this. And if I hit Command Shift E, so now I'm just going through the different options, and I can use a keyboard to go through it, and you can see it has a different kind of sliding animation. And if you make your browser bigger or smaller, it will get bigger or smaller with the browser, depending how big the picture is. This one Yeah, and it goes to the width of like the Adobe Muse site, but you can make it bigger and the panel will adjust to the browser. Oh yeah, and you can make it smaller too and it will adjust. Awesome, which is perfect. Just awesome. I just really like this widget. And then, we'll do scrolling vertical again. And then the last thing I'll show, definitely play with these options. There's so many, like you can really customize it. And the last thing I'll show you is how to add a header and a footer for this panel. So I'm just gonna go to my Adobe Muse site, create a rectangle, and I'll make it 100% width over here. And I'll make it like, 56 pixels in height and fill it in with black. And then I'll just copy and paste this, and I can place it anywhere. I can place it like right here, excuse me, and it'll be fine. And now basically what I want to do is assign these different bars the graphic style name header and footer. So I click on this first bar, I go to graphic style, click on the piece of paper, and call it header. And yeah, let's change it back to black because it actually got the, wait, let me see. Let's try that again. Oh, I know what I did. Okay, never mind. So let's go to style here. Yep, I kind of clicked on the wrong part. So I'll call this header, and now I'll click on the footer here, click on the icon that looks like a piece of paper, and then where it says style, every time you create a new one, it's called style, I believe. I could be wrong, but I think it's called style. Sometimes I've had it where it was a different name. But yeah, we'll just double click on style here and call this footer. And that's it. Now if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, we can now see we have the header and the footer at the bottom. And we can just go through just like that. And it has a different animation because I changed the options here. And just to show you that it is a footer, I'll make it a different color, like green. And I'll hit Command-Shift-E. And we can go through the dots. There you go, you have your header and footer. I mean, you can make such a cool site with this. Oh, and there's one last thing I want to show you, which is pretty awesome. You notice I went through the first and second boxes of the widget. There's also this third option that allows you to put panels within panels, which is crazy. It's just awesome. So to do that, I'm just gonna go to my rectangle tool, create a rectangle, go to fill, add image, and let's add this image here. I'll do scale to fill, center it. So we just have this, rectangle here, and I'll actually copy and paste it, and I'll add another image in here. Let's do, let's do this one here. This one should be fine. And so we have these two images. Now we can place these images within the first panel. So it's like a child element of the panel. That's kind of what they call it. And to do that, we go to the third presentation panel box and we click on it. This one has a thinner outline in the front and a thicker in the center. And then we click on the options, and here you can see it says child style for the graphic style, and it's a parent of, and we're going to make it a parent of the first panel. And we can center these images, or we can just just leave them, or I'm going to do top left for this first image. So I'm going to call this first image child style 1, like that, just for organization purposes. You don't have to call it child style 1, you can just leave it child style, but I'll call it child style 1. And now I'm going to give it the style name. So I go to the graphic styles, click here on style, and call it child style 1. So now if I hit Command-Shift-E to preview in the browser, and there it is. So I placed that image to the top left. If we go here to our options, you see it's the top left, or I could even center that image. So if I hit Command-Shift-E, and now it's centered. This, you see, it's kind of placed awkwardly, the other image, because we haven't given it kind of a position within the first panel. So you see it's in the first panel, and we can go to the other panels like that. So now I want to place this other image, which is kind of placed awkwardly over here. So to do that, we simply copy that third box. So I'm going to hit Command-C to copy, and then Command-V. And then I'm going to do child style 1-2. For the second image, and it's going to be the child of the first panel, which is called parent style, and I'm going to put it on the bottom right. So now I'll click on this image over here to the right, go to graphic styles, click on that icon to create a new style, double click, and I'll call this child style 1-2. So now if I hit Command Shift E, and there it is on the bottom right. Very good. And the footer is below it. To change that, we just click on the footer and the header, hold down Shift to select both of them, right click, arrange, and bring to front. And now they're in the front. If I hit Command Shift E, and now the header and footer are in the front. It depends what design you're going for, but that's it. And let's say we wanted, this image on the second panel, not the first. We can just go to the option here and change it to parent style 2, and very good. And we can make this image bigger so it looks different. And now if we hit Command Shift E, and you see it's not on the first image anymore, but we go to the second one, and there it is on the second image, excuse me, and it's a little bit bigger as well. And instead of centered, we could do like, top left. And it's just kind of like unlimited what you can do with this. It's so like crazy. So it's in the top left now, and I'll leave it centered. So I'll center it. And this image too is kind of placed awkwardly, so I'll make it a little bit bigger. And then I'll go to the box that pertains to this one, child style 1-2, and I'll say, centered. And you can center horizontally, center vertically. I mean, it's just unlimited. They did a great job with this widget. It's just, you see it's in the center. So you can put text in the center, you can put, anything. I mean, I could even bring in my my icon set from Muse-For-You shop. Excuse me. I'm gonna try to make this as quick as I can. So let's say I go to some text, and I just add some text there, and I go to my Muse-For-You Thin Thick icon pack. I go to my glyphs, and I just select, like this plus symbol. I make it really big, 72. Actually, let's make it like 200, and center it, and I'll make it white. Awesome. And now all I have to do to this image, or to this glyph from the Muse-For-You shop icon pack, is just give it the graphic style. So I'm gonna give it the graphic style that we gave this image. So I'm gonna click on it, go to graphic styles, and just click on child style 1-2. And actually that didn't work out so well, so I'm gonna say none. I'm gonna delete this image and delete this graphic style, say none, replace. I'll click on this SVG icon from the Muse-For-You Thin and Thick icon pack, click on new style, go to style, and change it to child style 1-2. So now if I hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser, and there it is. It's nice and centered. And I'll show you, because it does look centered here. I can move it over to the right, and it'll still center it in the widget. So I hit Command Shift E to preview, and there it is in the center, because we set it to be centered in the widget options right here, or excuse me, right here. All right, so I'm trying to think if there's anything else I can show you, but basically that's it. I would definitely play around with this widget. It's just amazing. You can customize it to your heart's content. And I'm just seeing if there's anything else. Let's see if I can do something more customizing. Yeah, you can customize the arrow. So if I click custom, like, I'm just gonna do this real quick. If the video's too long, I'm sorry, but it's just, I want to show this really quick. So I can actually customize the arrows. So if I'm doing sliding horizontally, instead of having those arrows that it comes with, I'm gonna use arrows from my Muse-For-You Thin and Thick icon pack. So I'm going to create some text, go to my Muse-For-You Thin and Thick icon pack, and I'm just gonna make it white, make it like 72, and I'm gonna go to glyphs and select this arrow here, because we have an arrow, and I'm gonna give it the graphic style name. Go to graphic style, click on new, and give it the name previous, PREV. And because if we go to the options here, For custom arrows, you just give the graphic style name previous or next, and then I'm just gonna create another text box and go to my Muse for You thin and thick icon pack, go to glyphs, select the right arrow, again change it to the same styling as we did for the other one, change it to white, and then I'm going to align it to the right here, so it's all the way to the right, and then I'm going to go to graphic styles, new graphic style, and call it next. Alright, now if I hit Command Shift E, those arrows should now be my left and right arrows. And perfect, they are, as you can see, and it even has a hover effect. How cool is that? You can put anything for these buttons, and with my icon pack, you know, you can use them, make them as big as you want, and they'll retain the quality. And there's quite a few icons there. There's 52 icons, I think, that you can use, and you can use them as arrow navigations in this widget. Oh my god, I'm just like freaking out. I'm geeking because it's an amazing widget. So yeah, definitely check it out. You can do horizontal, you can do vertical, and yeah, just play with the options. Again, you know, I think I went through enough of the, you know, adding the panels through the parent style, adding child styles if you want to add elements within the panel, and everything else. So, and you can, you know, add padding to the header and footer. I believe it might just be the header, but maybe there's not enough space there at the bottom for the footer as well. But yeah, you can put the header and footer, add padding to the top of the header, and just a whole bunch of options and things like that. So again, I'm going to hit Command Shift E to preview in the browser. And cool, here's our presentation panels. Can make for like an awesome website. I'll probably make more videos using this widget because it's just such a cool widget. Again, you can get it at Muse-Themes. Just click on the link below this video in the description area, and it'll take you to Muse-Themes. You can subscribe to their subscription, which is just, they have so many awesome widgets. It's just crazy. And go to museforyoushop.com, my personal website, where I have icon packs, I have animations, and there's going to be a really cool thing that I'm not going to tell you about, but stay tuned because it's awesome. And yeah, basically that's it. Subscribe if you like this video. You know, there'll be plenty more videos to come. And also, if you want to support these videos and my creation process, go to Patreon. I'll leave a link on this video. It should be like over there, I think, or over there. But yeah, you'll see it, Patreon, and click on it. You'll see my Patreon page, and you can pledge to support my videos, and it would just be really helpful to get the support to keep making these videos. So definitely check out this widget. I know my time went a little bit long, but it's such an amazing widget that I wanted to present it. And yeah, just enjoy. And let me see. Yeah, I'll just go through the first example here. You can see, and it loops too, like the widget loops. You know, it loops if you go to the top and the bottom. Like it's like a really, I want to call it dynamic. It just feels really dynamic and like awesome, intuitive, and a good flow for a website, for a user to go to the website and use it and see different information about your website. So yeah, definitely check it out. It's an awesome widget. You can put panels and panels, create panels, horizontal, vertical. Awesome, I love it. And if you need help with anything, leave it in the comment section below. I know I went over a lot of information, but yeah, just let me know in the comment section. And yeah, Patreon, check out that. Check out Muse-Themes below. Check out Muse for You Shop. And yeah, everything you need to create an awesome website. And that's what I'm here for. Awesome websites with no code equals Muse for You. I'll say that one more time. Yeah, awesome websites plus no code equals Muse for You. Thanks again, guys. And I'll see you in the next video. Subscribe. Yeah, and I'll see you in the next video.